Okay guys, I'm not sure if my wife's outside and returning, which is why the dog's gone bonkers, but we're just going to have to continue. If I suddenly switch the mic off, you'll know why. Basically, wife will be coming in, dog will be losing its mind. Right, so we're going to take a look. Oh, and if any of you were watching earlier, we actually lost connection. We didn't lose power. It was just something weird going on. So yeah. So we got as far. I have also been doing some backing up again. We're due to do another merge. Right, now you can see here that our run is making our energy go down. We can run again. So now that we've got the basics of that, which is running and it is going up again, as you can see, that's doing a good job. Right. So let's have a look at something else, shall we? Now, one of the things that I'm not kind of happy about is in our widgets, right? If we go to our main attributes, in fact, it's going to be the individual ones, the energy, hunger, and water. We're going to have to have a look at them, right? Because I think we need to create a new texture that's going to basically sit in the background of these individual ones, right? I'll show you why, right? Let me just press play again and I'll show you why. And it's due to the fact that the background of those things, right, you will notice, right, you can see that the food, the hunger and the thirst has went down, right? But if you go under a light colour, it becomes quite difficult to see. Okay? Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to make a round background, which is going to help us clean up everything, hopefully. So if we manage to do it with one, then we've basically fixed it, right? But the first thing we need to do is we need to find out, it's 256 by 256, okay? And what we're going to do is create a circle that fills in this part, right? And we're going to put it in the back, okay? That's the plan. So now what you got to remember is this thing stays at the back as well, right? So this is on top of our radial, so we need, so if we look at this as Z order 0, right, this is Z order 1, what we wanted this to be is basically Z order 2, 1, then at the back is our black radial. Okay, now there's two ways we could do this here, right? Because we could actually get this material, right, and just basically we could duplicate this right, and we could just call it radial black, so it's going to be the background, right? And is that our actual, let's have a look here, minimize that down, right, open up our energy, got the icon, we've got this border, and we've got material sphere instance, right, which is actually the wrong thing. Now if we look at this, go back to here, material sphere instance, right? So what we want now is, if we duplicate that and we just make it material sphere black, right, and we just set the color to black, in fact I think it's 000, isn't it? Okay, that, right, then we have a percentage, and we never set it, right, we just call it 100, then we save it, okay, okay, so you can see that's a black circle, So we'll go to energy first. Right? And then if we wrap that with a border, okay, and then we create a material instance. Okay. Compile that. And typically, well, actually this will do. Right, because now if we press play, this is the easiest one to check because I've done it on the energy. Right? And you can see now that it stays black, right? So that's good. So we can basically now do that for all of them, right? So we can go to hunger. Okay, we can wrap that with a border. Then our border is going to be black underscore instance. Okay. Then we're going to copy that for later. We're going to go 256, 256, compile that. And finally, we're going to do water. So get border water, wrap that with a border. Paste that. 256, 256. Compile that. And that should be us. Okay. So you can see now it doesn't matter where we look, no matter the colour in the background, our stuff sticks out nicely. Doesn't matter if you do it in the white or not, we're still getting the black background. And everything is working good. Okay. Now here is an interesting one. right? We've got her doing her breath thing, okay, where she does the breath. So what we want to do is we want to get the temperature, right, and then check right. Now I'm just wondering, here's the breath effect, right? So what we want to do is basically look at this component and this use breath, right? Okay, so we've got this use breath, okay, and we've got this breath effect. Now, our problem here is it's getting this atmosphere data. And that's coming from an infinity controller. Now the question is, notice this is saying if it's less than 0, so that's actually right. It just depends if we're getting our temperature from the right place. Now we are using the infinity weather, or are we using the day-night cycle? That's the thing. Right, we've got this day-night cycle thing. Right. So it appears that it doesn't have temperature. So that's okay. Right? So it looks to me that that is okay. Right, so it is actually counting here for temperature. Okay, and it's spawning it or despawning it depending on if we're using it or not. Okay, so that's cool. We just needed to make sure that how we were doing that, right? So basically what we're going to do is you can see that she's using the thing, right? But If we go to Infinity Weather Controller, right, and we set the temperature to 10, she should definitely not. Okay. Right, so you can see she's not got it. Okay. So, that's cool. We like that. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have one more little look at this thing here. Right? Right. Okay. Was that? That was plank spline, wasn't it? So we want, I believe it was wall spline. Click in there. Right, we've got version 1. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click here. Okay, I wonder. That's kind of weird. So it kind of doesn't do it how you expect it to. Right, because these kind of don't match. Ah, I know what they've done. What he's done is he's put these things here in, right, to cover up the glitch. right? So I don't know why it's doing that. So we get another, right? So I think what we're not doing that. Undo that, right? So I think the way that this has been done is basically this is what I believe anyway. I might be wrong in this. It has been known to be true. I've been wrong before. Right, so if we do that, then that's not going to work. Right. So that is on the ground, right? Then I'm not sure how he's, if it goes behind here. But that would seem to be the case. Right, and this would kind of go down as well. And that one would kind of go down as well. Right, now I'm not 100% convinced by this, but you get the idea. I suppose what you could do is kind of something like that. Right, I'm not too sure if you get the idea, right? I think I'm going to leave it like that for now. Right, I'm not too 100% confident in how he did that. I would need to take a direct comparison of how it looks against what we're doing now. If I remember rightly, down here, no, it's not down there. Right, we've got something over here that we need to have a look at. And it's this boat here, right? Now, if you went up here and basically kind of up here, this is where the entrance to the caves were. Right, but what? Right, I think the easiest way here is to go into the caves and then find the way out. Right, so basically this is the caves, right? So in theory, right, this is it here. And it is next to that ship. But it isn't. Ah, okay. Okay. Right, so it is next to the ship, right? Fine. So what we actually need to do here is open up 4.27. Hi Kai, Kai eats chips, how you doing, bud? Right, we need to open up 4.27 and find out what ship, what house was here. Right, and any of the other houses. Okay. So, as I said, we know there was a house here, at least, and we know there was also a house over here somewhere. Right, over here. Right, there's definitely something going on there. Right. So we just need to wait for 4.27 to open. And it'll be all good, hopefully. And I've got to basically open up 2.1. I'm opening up levels in 4.27 at the moment. There's just not an awful lot of point in showing you guys, because all I'm going to be doing is finding out which item it is, which blueprint it is, and then copying the location and rotations for the blueprints. And that particular part of the map was of absolutely zero help. Right, so I've got up part of the map. Don't know if I've got the part I need. Well, I've certainly got a part of it. Right, so I'm getting our, it's VH02, right? So VH02 so it's this one. Okay, then copy that, paste it. Ooh, that's not right. Copy that, paste it, and there we go. Right, we're going to need a door on that, of course. It's going to be a Viking door. Right. There we go. Not quite there we go, but about there. Back to our content browser. All good. Right, and straight over the hill and far away. So, what was over here, we must ask? It looks like some kind of a big house. That's not it. This is it. Right, so what one's this? This is BH05. And this is blueprint 1, apparently. Okay. Copy that. Paste it there. Get the rotation. Paste it there. And now we've got this little building here. This is apparently a wooden cabin. So I'm guessing it goes there. Copy that. And paste. And is there something else over there? Or is that the end of the line? Yeah, there's more of those bridges, more of those walls, so we'll not worry about them too much. Right, but otherwise, we're good. And they're nearly cancelled out of the stream. Right. So going well. Right, these boats are going to have to go. Okay. Now the question is there anything up over here that's obviously missing? Right, because some of the houses might be missing if they're blueprints. Right, these houses, these are the medieval ones. The ones at the other side are Viking ones, right? So basically these aren't blueprints, these are just static meshes, which is why they were all automatically drawn, but there might be something else over here that isn't necessarily a static mesh. Right, so it could be something over here. And for reference sake, guys, right, these are the two villages, right, that we've got so far. Okay. But right, so that's just the two, well actually it's three villages, right? We've got, well, okay, the docks, right? We've got docks. Then we've got the sort of entrance to the village here, right? And then we've got a little communal gathering type place. And then we've got like this village here. Right? But if we look around, we've got all of this area, right? That's just the docks there, right? We've got all of this. Okay, and this is obviously leading to somewhere. Right, it's leading to a lot of bloody snow. Right, and we're onto the flat of the land here. Right, and then there's all of this. Okay. So this is just giving you an idea of what you've got to traverse. Right, but this is obviously the other side of the mountain range. Right, and there's all of these, this area here. Right. If we look at it's hard to actually see anything. Right, but there's all of this stuff up in here. Right, and this is going basically northward. Okay, so you guys can see that it's a fairly sizable map. As I say, it takes about 35 to 40 minutes to just basically walk from the most southern point to the most northern point. And that's just in a straight line, right? If you just basically walk in a straight line. So it's not absolutely magnificently huge. Right? But it's not mega small either. Right? So I'm not exactly sure what this means. 19 by 26 kilometers. You see it's got actors in it. Right. not 200% sure. How one does this. Right. Right, so this shows you that statue. Right. Inside the whole thing. Right, and these are all the rocks around about. Okay. So, like, I don't know how these are the cell coordinates, right? Now, if we were to basically zoom in here, I guess the cell coordinates must be like you've got X number of cell coordinates within this cell as well, right? So if this is cell, let's say 5, 4, right? Inside this cell is another set of cells, right? That are a specific size. I'm guessing that each you can see the so I'm guessing this goes from, well, who knows, minus whatever to minus whatever. No idea. Right? If we, for example, take it for the bottom right, right, we're getting minus summon minus, well, we're getting 4,000, right? So let's take it as 4,000. I'm not even sure if that's the edge of the map, but we'll try and imagine it is. Right, now if we zoom in on this one, this is minus 4,000, so it's basically 8,000 by 8,000, right? But those are subsections of other things, right? So basically I'm guessing that's how it's split up. So when you put an actor anywhere on the map, it is given like a cell that it's in, rather than it is affected or it is put directly into the map. it just has a cell on the map. Right, I'm guessing that's the way it works. Alright. So at this point, I'm going to go and grab a cigarette. So if you're enjoying the stream, hit like and subscribe. Check out the links for Patreon, my previous game, Discord, all that stuff. And I shall be back shortly. So don't go anywhere, folks. Aye, Torchlight Studios, I noticed you didn't join me for a cigarette. I never saw you out the back. Right, which had been quite weird because you'd had to climb up some buildings and inside. So I'd have probably got the fright of my life if you had been out the back to join me for a smoke. But yeah, there's that. Right. Now, one of the things that we've kind of decided is that we're going to need a torch. Right? Now, we've probably... I don't know if we've actually got a torch or not. Right, we've got a rubbish torch. Right, I'm going to have to turn the mic off a minute. My wife has just returned. Okay, so we've not really got a torch by the looks of it. Let's see if it actually is a torch or not. Okay, it's a torch. Right. I would argue that it's a stick. It's not really a torch. Right. I think we're going to end up getting a better torch than that, I've got to say. We don't really have so I'm guessing that this is the I don't even know if that is alright, it looks like we've not got a torch. Well, it looks like we've not got a suitable torch in the project. Right now, the thing about it is, hi Todd Durhope, how you doing? Saw your name before. First time I think I've seen Torchlight Studios, unless it's somebody that's changed their name. I don't remember a Torchlight Studios. Right, so what we want is models, right? Now, a lot of these have been categorized, and these are the ones where we've got them in the widget selector, or sorry, the blueprint selector thing, right? But they may actually be hiding like in here somewhere. Well, obviously not in there. I don't think they're going to be part of houses, right? I think what we're going to end up doing here is there's definitely in my library I use C++ sometimes if I want. Usually I'll do it if there's a lot of calculations, or if one of the assets that we're using is using a lot of calculations. So for example, there was stuff in can't remember if it was ultra dynamic sky or ultra dynamic weather or whatever it was, but I converted some of the stuff that was doing into C++. So I'm not averse to using C++, but I'm not going to use it just for the hell of it, if you know what I mean. Right, so we can have a look here and see what we've got, then take a look to see what we can see for like a torch. Oh, that says unavailable, apparently. Don't know why that is, but anyway. Are you going to go back? Apparently not. Right. I'm going to go for like, I know what one's definitely got something, right? We're going to look at medieval dungeons. Right, medieval dungeon, right? If we look at this one, I'm pretty sure this has got like, there's a torch there. Right, now that might not be 100% brilliant for us. But you can usually get an idea if there's something there that's going to suit the purpose. Alright, it's maybe not. See, these are all really, what could you say? See, this might be a bit too cartoony. And probably, these are all like outside locations, so not, what's that? Yeah, so these are like outside, so you're not going to get like a torchy type thing. It's going to be more like lanterns, you know? Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's see if there's anything else here that we could... You never know, melee weapons might be a weird... Nah. Then again, maybe not, eh? Let's see what else we've got. Modular fantasy house. See, I'm not expecting these to be focused on it, but they might just have a torch in it for some reason, you know? Starter content I don't think has it, because I'm looking for something a bit better than starter content as well, but I don't think we've even got the starter content installed on this. Which means I would have to open... Yeah, we don't have it. You might be right, I don't know. If so, I can always load up... I mean, what I intend to do anyway is like load up load up what do you call it? Add the particular thing and then migrate it. Ah, this is the one I think I want. You can scale it. I don't know what you mean. You see, I think these are the ones that I used before, right? Because these actually look like the kind of right thing. Maybe. Yeah, but I'm looking for something that you can carry in your hand that looks like a torch. Right, we're obviously going to have to add a particle system to it, but these are too fantasy. Right, the setting we've got isn't really going to suit that. I think we're going to have to make something. I don't think I've got anything that's gonna... Yeah, I know that. That's not the problem. The problem is getting... I know how to scale something. You know? Right. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit of a search. But the thing about it is that we need it to look in a certain way, you know? So I'm just wondering if Valley the Ancient has something similar. It might, but I don't fancy installing that because it's about God knows how many gigabytes. I think it's about 10. And I don't really want to install it just to get a blooming torch. I mean, what we could do, right, just for a laugh, because it's Friday night. Right, we could say torch. Ultimate torches package. Right, what does this look like? Ah, this is the one you were looking for, innit? Probably not actually, because these are all like super fantasy. You know? They're all very elaborate. All very nice, but all very elaborate. Yeah. As I said, they're nice, but not suitable for what we want, really. else we got? So this is kind of interesting. What we got here? Again, these might be a bit too elaborate. What I'm really looking for is something like just basically some kind of a stick with a rag around the top, which I can then obviously add particles to, and that would be the... See, this has got a few torches. Right, I think, right, what I'm going to do, right, we're going to have a bit of a giggle, right, we're going to do our torches throughout history. Right, this is our torches throughout history. Right, what we got? See, it's this kind of thing we're looking for. Right? I'm going to need to watch the Night's Watch, I think. Yeah, this type of thing. So that type of thing there. I don't know, maybe they didn't even have torches in the 5th century or 6th century or whatever. I don't know. Don't know, guys. Do you think they had torches in the 6th century? You would think they did, right? But don't quote me on that. Maybe I should have paid more attention in history. Maybe I should have took history instead of geography. Right, so I'm going to do 6th century torch. Yeah, they had torches in the 6th century. But the thing is, obviously these things oh, there's an interesting thing. The word torch comes from twisted. So it's some kind of twisted thing. It says twisted toe, whatever that means. Right. We've got a history of torches. Right, we've got some pictures. No, apparently we don't have pictures. Right, no idea, guys. So you're saying Sketchfab? Right, okay, Sketchfab it is. Right. Going to do search. Torch. Right. So this is the type of thing we're talking about here. Right. Let's bust that out. Right. Torch stick. This is the type of thing we're talking about. Right, see these are too elaborate, right? These are too fantasy, too elaborate. We're just basically talking something like this. Right, we'd have to obviously do some kind of... That would do for the material, right? Even that would do for the material. And then stick a particle system around it. And then that would probably look okay. Right? Or this thing. Then just stick a particle system to this. Right, so that's the type of thing we're talking about. So that's a possibility. What was the one above it? It was up here somewhere. Well, it looked as if it might be a possibility. This one here, and this one here. Yeah, this would maybe do it as well with the material, and then just stick a particle system on it again. Right, what do you think, guys? This one? Or the other one? Oh, we should really take a look at that one. So we've got a choice between this one, or this one. And actually, to make this better, right, what we could do, I'm thinking that's probably, I'm hoping that this is a separate material, right? And if it is, then all we need to do is like do a random rotation and stuff on it, so that it'll look as if this is fire, and this will be moving underneath as well. See, it says just add fire particles. Oh, give me a second here. Right. It's giving us the old, let's right. Right, download that then. I don't know if this is actually downloading or not. Yeah, it did. Okay. Right. So we've got a torch. What the heck? Right, so there's a thing. Okay. Do that. Alright. So we'll do Control A, do that. Bollocks. We need to create a folder for it. New folder. Torch. And in you go. Go for it. Right. Now, what I'm going to do here is, this does not have so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say new text document, and I'm going to say attrition and it's Grand Punk. Right, so if we need to, we can attribute this to him, and we've got a record of it, so I don't need to try and find it. That was attrition rather than attribution, but you get the picture. Right, so we're going to create a material, mat underscore touch. Okie dokie. And then it's interesting. I could, right, we'll just do it the kind of reasonable way, shall we? Right, then what we'll do is we'll open up our torch. Right, and we'll bang that in there. Right, we'll drag this over here. We'll drag that back a bit. Right. So this was our normal. Okay. Don't think we really need ambient occlusion, but why not? Right, we'll go for roughness. And it's got an opacity, but we're not using it. We've got an emissive. So let's go with emissive. Now, do we really want a displacement? Well, let's have a look at it and see what it does, shall we? I'll apply all that. Alright, looking alright, I suppose. Alright, the question is, do we tidy this up or we just leave it as it is? Right, so that's the bottom one. Right, that's going to go there, that's going to go over there. It's going to go up there. It's going to go there. Drag these down. Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is, the problem with it is that the thing with the rag on it isn't going to look like anything, because basically it's going to be covered in a particle effect anyway. So it kind of renders it kind of pointless, really. Right, so our next thing we're going to do is not that. What we're going to do is new blueprint, class, actor, BP, torch, right, so there's our actor, static mesh, torch, that can go there, go on then silly torchy boy. Ooh, could be big. Not, I'm not 100% keen. Not 100% keen on this pivot point, but anyway. Right, so Niagara particle system. We're probably going to have to make a particle system from something else. Oh, well, this normally doesn't do an awful lot to it. Right, so we're going to have to basically create a different particle system. That's basically going to use this as a cylinder, right? Let's see if we've got something else. We've got this one. Right. I'm getting scared. I'm getting scared that Fire 13 just doesn't work and it was causing me all sorts of problems. Right, it is doing something, but right. Now, this kind of tells me something. And what it tells me is that this torch is pretty big. Right. It's preparing shaders, so we'll have to wait on it. I'll check it out, Torchlight, for later. Because I would have preferred something with a just a little bit more character here. I suppose I could export it to Blender and muck about it. Right, this body fire excluding bones and stuff is a bit weird. It's because it's using weird stuff basically. I don't know if any of them are actually going to work. Yeah, I think we're going to have to... Oh, that one might actually nearly work. Apart from the fact it's attaching itself to... See, I would need to amend this one because it's attaching itself to a bone. Right, so it basically doesn't matter where I put this, it's just going to attach itself to the bone. I wonder if I just say that. And again, it just attaches to the... Right, we could use it that way. Now, here's the thing. This might actually work. This might actually work, and I'll tell you why. Because it might actually be pretty big, and if it is, we can scale it down but keep the particle system the same size. Look at that. Right, our torch. It is the torch of the gods. Right, now there's a couple of ways we can get round about this. Right, what we can do is we can right, that's okay. We go to transform. Point 1. Right. And there we go. Then we can check it on a guy, and that's a bit on the small side, so we can say 0.2. Right, so that looks about right. What do you think, guys? That looks about right to you guys? It's probably a bit on the thick side, to be honest. What if we go for 0.15? Yeah, I'm going to say that's okay. Right, so where is our torch? Right, that's a wee bit on the... Right. We probably... It's still way too big. Yeah, I'm going to need to adjust it within. Yeah, we're going to have to do something to it, and slow it down, and then make it more just up. Right. So we might actually have got away with one of the other ones. Let me zoom in here. Right, let's just do this right, shall we? Oh, that's kind of weird. That appears to have a couple of systems on it. Not 100% convinced by that one. We'd probably have to do a bit of... As I said, I'm really just flapping about here. I'm probably going to have to recreate one of the fire systems and basically tailor it. Right. Well, anyway, I think we're going to leave it there. Let you guys get on with your Friday night and weekend. So, if I don't see you over the weekend, have a great one. Check out the description for links to the Discord, my personal Discord, Patreon, and previous game on Steam. And I shall be back tomorrow, normal time, 2 PM Central. That one's kind of working. We could probably get away with something like that if we strengthen it up a bit. Yeah, it needs, like, it needs something, but you get the general idea. Right, anyway, as I said, guys, have a good one. I'll be back tomorrow 2 p.m. Central. I shall see you then. Bye bye for now.